Baby. I think I'm probably tired of seeing me in this damn shirt, but this is my go to sleep shirt. Fight me over it, okay? What's up, guys? It's back to another video. So today's topic, it's everybody's motherfucking topic right now. So the Nicki Minaj, not even Nicki Minaj, child, Kenneth Petty victim has been going around talking, telling her story. Now we have the daughter now speaking up for her. Her name is ItzKenya. I don't know what her real name is. Just say her name is Kenya, right? So the daughter has now came out and started speaking about her mother's situation. And it seems to be credible to the mother's story. So as we've known so far, the mother said that Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, sexually assaulted her. I'm not going to say the R word. I'm not monetized. Still want to say it. And what's been going on is that she's been telling her story all over again. Apparently the story came out a year ago. It's now came back to the surface. And she's telling people that, Kenneth Petty was that sexually assaulted her at the age of 15. Now it's 16. Girl, I don't know what age it is at this point, but let's go and say it's 15, 16, right? She told her story. She said that Kenneth Petty assaulted her. It's distraught, her situation, her family situation. She was AR'd by her family members, the adopted family that took her in. She was not raised by her mother. And, the cousin apparently came on, spoke, and said that the mom is telling her story and it's not making no damn sense. And at this point, now we're in the daughter's story. So what I'm going to show you first is the daughter got on Instagram. Well, actually got on TikTok, but the video I got was from Instagram. She spoke saying she's going to go on live later on. And I don't know the page off the head. I did put the pages that posted it, so I'm going to put it in right now. You can check this out.
Hello, TikTok. I just want to come on here and say that I will be going live later on Facebook. My mother is that 16-year-old victim who was raped by Kenneth Petty, which is Nicki Minaj's husband as of currently. I want to address a lot of the things. I want to tell you guys how my life has changed, how it has altered my family, how it has divided my family. I would like to tell you guys what the outcome has been, the death threats that we have gotten. I want to tell you guys how, just everything. I want to tell you from her daughter's point of view. You guys might call my mom a liar. You guys could call her a clout chaser, but y'all don't know my mother. And one thing about it, my mom never does social media. This didn't come about until 6 years later. And then now my mom has to address it now, which is now she's a clout chaser. But no, y'all are going to hear my truth. Y'all are going to hear my side. Follow me on Facebook for more details.
And so the daughter got on Facebook Live. She spoke about it. I didn't go to the Facebook page herself and pull it from there. I pulled it from Nosy Ho Live. Shout out to Nosy. She did play the whole 50-minute live, so I'm going to plug in the video and also link to Nosy's live where she played the whole video. If you don't want to go follow her on Facebook, her Facebook is ItzKenya. If you're going to look for it, ITZ Kenya. Obviously, I hope you know I spelled Kenya, right? So the snippet I took from Kenya's video was the fact that she also said her mother's story directly has affected her as well. I'm going to put that in right now. Afterwards, we're going to talk about what she also said as well. What the mother said that now links together. So check this out.
So having to come out to speak about this because I feel like my mother is by herself. Okay, I have my mom looking through comments of people and their opinions of how they think the story went. Thinking she's a white woman, thinking she's this, calling her a slut, a hoe, a bitch, a liar. You understand? Like, she didn't have to deal with this shit for 26 years, but that's just deep. That's just deep. It's deep. And then when you got people from where we used to live, where we're from in Queens, calling my mom, trying to get the story to go to the blogs and try. It's just money. But my mom's hurt. She's really hurt. And it came to the point where now I can't even walk in the house and say, hey, Mom, we've moved to 3 different places since the shit surfaced because we're getting death threats. That shit's deep. I have a 5-year-old sister, bro. That's just really deep. So we're getting death threats. People saying that they know who I am. You know, I'm a social media person, y'all. I'm allowed to express myself. I'm allowed to be out there and about there because why? Because that's what I do. I'm an influencer. I'm a healer. This is what I'm here to spread the word, but I can't even do that because I feel like I'm being watched. I have messages on my old Facebook. That's why I made a new Facebook talking about, I know your mother. These are people who are digging for my mom to change her whole story. How do you ask a rape victim to change their story? And I know it would be different if my mom just came out about this shit, you know, seeing this nigga on his page and like, oh, I know that nigga. Okay, let me get this nigga now. No. She went to the police that same day. She ran to school, y'all. She was in the office bleeding. School office bleeding. She took that nigga to jail that day. So now my mom made a video expressing herself. And she's tired. She's tired. My mom she's tired. I can't even drive to go see this motherfucker. I can't go drive to see my mother. My little sister. I have to speak to my little sister over the phone. Like, that shit is sick. Hi, sis. Like, that shit is so sick. And yeah. I need you guys to understand that this is not a lie. This is not a game. This is not a joke. Nobody's looking for attention. My mother did not go looking for this. It came finding her with a lot of malicious intent. I'm shaking. Oh. I bless my space, y'all. I have candles lit over there. Y'all already know. I am protected of. It's deep.
Now, I seem a little tongue twisted because I'm kind of in the feels of, I'm not going to discredit a victim. By no means. I've never been the R word, so I don't know how to feel. And I know victims, especially Black women, their stories don't get told. And when they do get told, they're used as a reference to saying that they're not true, that, you know, they're just talking, no one listens to them. You know, this whole tirade this year has been about, thanks to Megan Thee Stallion, not saying it's not true, but thanks to Megan Thee Stallion, that the Black woman's unprotected, okay? And what I'm trying to get to, because I said in the previous video before, that, you know, you have to take all perspectives into it. It's always his side, her side, and the truth. And I'm not going to discredit the victim story. However, there has been some videos that have debunked it. There's some videos that are agreeing with it. There's some references in between the mom story, the daughter story, and the report that does intertwine, that does have some truth to it. But again, it's all perspective on your own. And the reason I'm not going to get my full-on opinion, which I will do it later in the video, but I just want to show the fact that you have to hear everything and then make your own judgment on it. Now, I'm going to plug in the video, which I think, I could be wrong now, so don't quote me, but a video got pulled up from Kenya's Snapchat, apparently from 420. Shout out to 420, all the potheads in the room. And they're saying that, how can this girl all of a sudden want to speak out, the mother, now the daughter, but wasn't this girl a barb? Now, the thing about the barbs, shout out to the barbs, they're not played by Nikki. And what we've seen so far with the story is that a lot of people have two sides of feeling about Kenny. One side's like, yo, this is Nicki Minaj's husband. Leave him alone. He did what he did. He's paid the price for it. Why y'all still bringing it up? Y'all seen it always do when Nicki's having a good situation going on, and then boom, y'all owe it and just fuck it up for her, right? There's another side that goes, why the fuck y'all defending Kenny? Kenny is a R word. Y'all need to get him away from Nicki. He's putting Nicki's name in a bad light. Why y'all thinking this situation is okay? Now, Nicki's a grown-ass woman, okay? Nicki knew what she signed up for when she married this man, when she got with this man. Now, this man, Kenneth Petty is Nicki Minaj's husband. That's been her long life love. We've seen Nicki gone through X amount of relationships with all these rappers. We've seen, especially the fact that y'all fave Meek Mill did assault her, and she's spoken on it. So people feel like Nicki Minaj has a track record of being with men who are abusive in that sense, right? So I just mentioned, and I'm pausing because it's like, I know when I put this video in, it's going to have a lot of controversy in the argument, but it's not my fault. Shit. I'm going to give you both sides. So the opposition of not believing the victim and the daughter is mob radio. Now, I'm part of the mob, okay? I'm not gonna be even like sugarcoat that shit. I'm part of the mob. I love Milagro I watch that girl every morning at 9 a.m. Shit, not 9, 10. Shit. Oh my God. He's a fake mom member. No, I'm not, okay? It's 9 her time, it's 10 our time. I'm in Florida, so it's Eastern Standard Time. So I'm very heavily influenced in Millie. As she always says, don't always take her opinion. You have to form your own. However, she brings up the fact that there's a lot of debunking going on. At one point she did make, because apparently Tasha K, disgusting ass, she posted the mom's picture up. I did not see the mom's picture, so I'm not going to post it. And if I did see it, I still would not post it out of respect for her privacy. Millie was able to go up and she did a couple references, including That's So Bold. I don't know the guy's name. Don't quote me, okay? I'm going to plug it in anyway because she referenced it completely. And here's the opposite perspective. Now, you can take it for what it is because Millie don't give a damn how people's opinions is. She going to speak her truth and it is what it is. But as this clip comes in here, let's talk about it afterwards.
Of it, no sooner than that comes some more bullshit in the form of a video that's supposed to be a young woman who's supposed to be Kenneth Petty's victim, the rape victim, claiming all of these different things. Okay? First of all, are y'all aware of the fact that this has happened before? That people have recorded videos before saying that they were the victim and deleted it and then come back and recorded it again so that it could seem more fresh. Because the same type of video was posted onto Facebook last year, and I'm not commenting on the interview that was done. That same damn video was the same video. They redid it. But it was going around social media last year, and then it got pulled down, and now here we go with this version of it. Is there anything, remotely accurate about what was said? We'll get into it, but before we do that, let's go ahead and touch on this from That's So King. That's So King said, so let me get this straight. The so-called rape victim who claimed that Kenny raped her made a whole video on YouTube, which I didn't watch because I don't have time for antics. Claimed that my queen bribed her for $20,000 not to speak out against Kenny and say that he raped her. So they said it's a lack of understanding for me. It's the bullshit for me. And I'll tell y'all what I identify with exactly. They said it's the lies for me. It's the y'all believe in any damn thing people be coming out and saying. It's the asinine shit that's coming out of y'all mouths for me. They said, let me ask y'all this. Why is this coming out now? Why is this coming out now? Let's jump down to the second paragraph. It says, then why have Kenny's so-called best friend behaving bitterly? Clearly the nigga's mad that Kenny's with Nicki. He made a comment about Nicki sleeping with him instead. We definitely saw that. They said he's mad that Kenny's with Nicki and not with him, and that he wished that he had the life that Kenny had. Okay? This is what I really brought this up for. He said, sometimes I wonder if some of y'all are barbs and fans, the way that y'all say that y'all are, because the way that y'all behave is very questionable. Y'all fail to realize that the new Nicki era is about to begin, and they always do some dumb shit like this, and y'all get blindsided by the antics and the utter bullshit. So common sense came before book sense, and all this drama and people creating drama is to overshadow Nicki Minaj 5. Okay, just like what happened in the Queen era. But y'all have the audacity to say that we don't want drama this era, but y'all out here promoting bullshit. This is what I identified with, the most when I was reading through this. The people that claim that they fuck with you, but they the first ones down there putting the shit up on a fucking billboard. And I tell y'all about this shit. Why in the fuck are you bringing attention to the bullshit? Can you help me understand what the fuck you're doing, bitch? What are you doing? Not speaking on it. Sharing the video. Telling motherfuckers where it's at. Telling people who name on it. Fuck them hoes. Straight like that. The fuck? That doesn't even make sense. And I've been saying that because I've asked Cardi's fans, why the fuck are y'all sharing shit that's detrimental to her? Does that make sense to you? Like, it's just dry as fuck. It's dry as fuck. So let me hit you with some bullet points. Shout out to Lipstick Alley. And then we're gonna debunk some shit, okay? So these are just bullet points, and then I'm gonna get into what I want to speak on. Once again, shout out to Lipstick Alley. And I'll let y'all read along with me. These are cliff notes. They said that the woman said that she's making the video because she's living with the effects of the situation, even though it was 26 years ago in 1994. Says that she left her home on her way to school at John Adams High School in Queens, New York. She met Kenneth at the bus stop that she was taking to school. I'm sorry. She said that they grew up in the same neighborhood and she knew him from being around the way. She said that her mother and his mother ran the streets together. His uncle worked at the local tire shop on Rockaway Boulevard. She claims that he asked her where she was going, and she said that she was going to school. And then she asked him the same question, and he said that he was going to school too. So she claims that she knew that he was lying because she says that he never went to school. She called him a bum. She said that he was a street guy, and he was always hanging out with street dudes. She says that he forced her into his home and violated her. She says that she ran to school with cuts on her face and her stomach. She said that she told the officers what happened and made them take her to the house to show where he lived. She says that he got arrested. She says she went to the hospital and did a rape kit. She says when she got home, she was told, sorry, you got raped. You should have screamed. She says that she was living with a foster family at the time and they didn't want any problems. They said the foster family didn't want any issues, so they listened to what Kenny's parents said. They said his parents went to her house and lied to the people who raised her, saying that she was dating their son. They said, or she claimed that she was molested since the age of 4 and always said that it was her fault. In 2018, when he, came out onto the scene and it was confirmed that he was dating Nicki Minaj, she claims that Nicki made a post saying that Kenneth and her victim were in a relationship when he was 15 and she was 16. That is accurate. If anybody needs me to pull that up, I have it on deck and we can pull it up. Nicki did clarify some things in a comment on Instagram one time. They said it was because her mother pressed charges. She says in the video that that's a lie, that she was never raised by her mother, never lived with her mother. And she says that her and Kenny were both 16. She says that she spoke to a blog already. So the person in this video is the same person who talked to Candace daytime, tea time a year ago. Okay? Let's continue on. She didn't speak about Kenny, but her story has already told, so she didn't need to speak on him. She said that she wanted to bring up basically Nicki now. She claims that she never knew Nicki or met her before. She says in March of 2020, she got a call from a mutual friend from Kenneth and her brother and said that he can connect her to Kenny and Nicki and make all this go away. She says she thought the agreement was going to be that she not speak to anybody about them. And she won't speak to anybody about her. They won't speak to anybody about her. I'm reading it as it is. I'm sorry that it's off because people can't write. She said that the mutual friend offered $20,000. So not Nicki Minaj, this mystery person, offered $20,000 for her to write a letter to say that she lied about Kenneth assaulting her. She said she didn't want to do it. She claims that Nicki herself called her, saying that she got worried about wanting to help them out with the situation. She says that Nicki's publicist, Joe, will go to her home to meet with her to talk about the situation. She said after the phone call with Nicki, the only contact she had was with street goons. Somebody in her camp named Ganks contacted family members and was offering money. She said that the U.S. Marshals tracked her down and heard that she was being harassed to retract her story. She claims that she's moved a lot since March because of people approaching her children. She said her daughter was at a club and a man approached her talking about he knows who she is and who her mother is. She must know who Zoo is. They said she got afraid and ran. No police report. She doesn't care about Nicki and who she chooses to be with. She just wants them to be happy, but wants them and her lawyer to leave them alone. They said because she chose not to take the money they offered, they're going to offer the money on her head. She said she doesn't know if it's true, but she was offered to be put in witness protection, but it would take her far away from her family, so she said no. She still feels like she's defending herself and people telling her she's a liar and ruining Kenneth's life. She says that her life was ruined since she was 16 because of everything that happened. They said he's supposed to go in court in the new year, and they want her to come in and testify because they're trying to get the sex offender status thrown out. And she wants all the women who are out there claiming that she's white and lying, that she says that she's neither one of those and that they were never in a relationship, but she knew him from the neighborhood. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I told you everything that was said. So now let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, if you think that I'm gonna sit up here and take the word of somebody who ain't even showed their motherfucking face, ain't put a name, face, nothing to it, up here with a fucking voice looking at a mattress with not one piece of a receipt, you lost your motherfucking mind. That's one. And second of all, since we're talking about the person in the video who out of their own mouths said that they spoke with Candace Daytime Tea Time last year, let's go ahead and iron some shit out, okay? You got in that video and you set your ass up there and you said that Kenny was at the bus stop and y'all were talking. Babe, are you aware of the fact that we've seen the court documents, we've gone through them, and what the court documents say is that somebody came up behind you. Ain't that what you said? That he came up behind you? You didn't know if it was a knife or a gun, pressed it into your back, and then led you to a particular space. So we're trying to understand what conversation you had now. Girl, the fuck are you talking about? What in the fuck are you talking about? When she is telling her story, she jumped from being in the space and getting assaulted to going to school and telling everybody what happened. When you go through that paperwork, it was said that that Kenny got hit with a bottle, and that's how the person escaped and got out. When the person was talking about the police being on the scene and saying that they took her to the hospital, they did this and that, you didn't want to tell your family because you knew the response that you would get. You were a minor, right? You went to the hospital and got a rape kit without anybody being present. They didn't call your parents or anything. You ran to school and you told the school people. Okay, the officers at school. You said that Nicki Minaj offered you money. Her people offered you money to write a fucking letter. But you have no proof of that. The same Nicki Minaj that's never made it a secret who she's with, who's come out and defended her husband. What the fuck would she pay your ass for? Does that make sense to you?
Now, it was lengthy. Millie's lives are lengthy as fuck. If you have not watched a Millie a Mob Radio live, that shit go from 2 hours to damn 5-6 hours if it gets good. Okay, that's why I love that bitch. But let's talk about it, right? So Millie's perspective is the fact that this story has been told more than once. Okay, it seems that every time, and again, I'm speaking from mutual standpoint, not being a barb and not discrediting the young lady's story. Here we go, because I know this shit gonna be like, oh my God, right? Oh my fucking God, okay? The way May looks at it is the fact that this woman has not shown her face, right? The story she's told, even though some of it has come out to be credible, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to match with certain perspectives, especially the fact that, she being a minor, the victim being a minor, when something like that happens to a minor, there's supposed to be a police report that comes with it. There's no police report. The daughter does also talk about in the live, you go back to watch it in its full time, as I did. She talks about the fact that, there was a dude that met her, that was outside the club that talked to her, that made her seem like, he was cool, that they're embracing each other, everything seemed fine. Then she asked about Kenneth Petty. Kenneth Petty's nickname is also Zoo. So asked about Zoo, she said that her whole demeanor changed. She got real, I won't say ratchet, bitch, that's just how I talk. She was getting real rowdy with him and, trying to come out for him, whatever. You also have the fact that the mother said she was in witness protection. She had the marshals protecting her. They done moved 3 times. People are saying that the mother is white. Clearly, Kenya is black. She's a melanin queen. So clearly the mom is not white. I don't know where the fuck I got that from. Okay. And then you have the fact that, apparently, according to the daughter and according to the mom as well, they were being R'd multiple times by the adopted family. So it's like, where are we getting this parallel from? You can't tell Kenya that she wasn't getting R'd and her mother was getting R'd by the family members. You can't say that it didn't happen to her at all by Kenny. So where do we go from here? You know, it's really more saying, what do you really believe in? Because again, a lot of stories where Black women are getting assaulted and sexually assaulted and, you know, R'd, and we can't, you have to take it for what it is, because unless there's actual viable proof, people don't believe it. You know, you have white women coming out getting R'd by, you know, athletes and different type of men. I'm not gonna say it's Black, because I'm not gonna put everything on my brothers completely, but you know, his Black men, you know, R'd them too, especially a lot of white men as well. I mean, you know, and what are you going to believe? You know, I just give you two perspectives, and I just want to be in a place where I feel like I want the people to decide on this, because this story is going to get out there, you know. Shout out to Nosy. Nosy's now going, telling all the bloggers to reference it. You know, a lot of people are not talking about this in full besides the YouTubers, because the bloggers are not going to talk about it too much, because especially the Shade Room. The Shade Room apparently is being said that they're all up Nikki's ass, so they're not going to talk about it, you know. And at this point, it's a matter of who's going to pick it up on a bigger scale and talk about it. Because again, when it comes to stuff like this, they're going to want the person who's being accused of, well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Not a person being accused of it. The person who's a victim that happened to them, they're going to have them talk about it on face. Because Daytime Tea Time talked to the victim last year, but of course, no visual. Nosy talked to the victim, no visual. Only person we've seen so far show face is the daughter and the cousin. And the cousin seems not be that credible, because clearly she was part of, if you want to call it, the Nikki train. And she basically said that, you know, the victim, I don't want to say her name because I knew her name, but the victim is out here lying. And, you know, also referenced the fact that they said that someone in Nikki's camp, because it wasn't Nikki, for everybody realized that Nikki did not offer this girl $20,000. It was someone in her camp. So it's just a whole lot. So I'm gonna leave you with this. We are to protect Black women. That's not a question. I hope no one ever questions that, okay? But I want you to realize that something like this, which is very high profile, especially involving Nicki Minaj, it's going to cause controversy. You have one side of the bar saying y'all need to leave her the hell alone, and that's her choice. And other people saying y'all need to get the story out there because y'all are letting this woman tell a story and no one's believing it. So you're going to see a whole lot of opposition between all the YouTubers. And at this point, it's all a matter of what you believe in, okay? There's so many videos talking about it right now. You have Wiley, you have Nick at Night, Lovely T. Everybody's talking about it. So you have your own perspective to pick on it. But I feel like I'm rambling. I feel like I'm rambling because I don't want to, you know, seem like I'm picking a side, because I'm really not. But you decide. The story is getting out there. It's getting out there. It's getting out there. So as you see it progressing, you let me know how you feel in the comments. I will be reading all of them. I've been responding to all my comments because I want people's perspective on what's going on. And I got time when I'm at work. So, you know. So, like, comment, subscribe to the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.